Joined by Washington and Lee University, they just competed in the fourth quarterfinal of the 2024 NCAA Division III Women's Volleyball Championship here in Salem, Virginia. We have with us head coach Bryan Snyder, and he's flanked by setter Allie Buchholz, and outside Grace Mitchener. Coach, we'll open with comments from you about tonight's match, please.
Yeah, I mean, before I talk about the match, I want to congratulate Hope on a great match, a great season. They played really well. I felt like they were very consistent tonight, more so than we kind of expected them to be. We thought we could find a few cracks, and we didn't. I'd also like to thank, the ODAC, Roanoke College, and the City of Salem for hosting. It's been a fantastic experience for our team. As far as the match goes, we knew it was going to be a challenge. Physically they're very different than we are. So we tried to do some things that maybe they weren't ready for. I thought we did a pretty decent job. Stayed close in all the sets. A lot of side outs. We normally like to get some of our serving subs in a little bit earlier, and we weren't able to because of the substitutions we were using. But second set I think was really tough for us to give that up with the lead we had. Serve receive broke down a little bit. We made a couple errors, but that's part of volleyball. That happens. You go on good stretches, you go on bad stretches. We've had a lot more good stretches this year than bad, so I'll take it. And it was, I'm very proud of our team and the effort that they gave and the execution that we showed tonight.
Allie, not just because I'm an ODAC guy, but because I think it's true that the 3-0 score is a little misleading. As Coach said, everything was pretty close there for a while, other than a couple spots here or there where they got on some runs. For you early on, 15 assists in that first set. Talk a little bit about moving the ball early, how that was key to kind of get you guys in a little bit of groove going on.
Yeah, we know that when teams scout us, they know we're a pin team, very pin heavy. So it was really just using our speed and tempo, trying to get hitters one-on-one. And I think that we were able to spread the offense quite a bit, at least in that first set and into the second, and maintain a little bit unpredictable. And we definitely had a lot of breakthroughs with our hitters. I thought Riley did an exceptional job hitting the nines, and I thought we saw a lot of good stuff from our pins and Emery when she got the chance to swing. So just kind of mixing it up and trying to give our hitters the best opportunities and put them in positions to score.
Grace, kind of a two-sided question here. As one of those pins, kind of talk about what the mentality was going into the match offensively, but also defense, given the year 6 rotation. Talk a little bit about what the defensive mentality was, what the plan was against Hope tonight.
Yeah, I would say for offense, like she said, we're pin heavy, so we really try to use our speed, tempo with our setting to get some line open, use those outside hands as they're usually not fully on time there. So that works really well for us. Defense, we're trying to just move all around, make them guess a little bit, read into some seams, and block just ball to work around blockers.
Absolutely. Let's talk a little bit, stay here with you, Grace. Talk a little bit about the journey this season, really maybe the first 2 years for you, because just a sophomore. Does this kind of bring some fire to you, seeing what happened this year, getting to the national quarterfinals after a really good regular season and a good first year last year in Lexington? Kind of talk about what you see and how excited you are for the future.
Yes, I'm so excited. I love playing volleyball. I love this team and this college, and just playing with these girls is really fun. And just being in the ODAC, it's super competitive, so we get to play competitive games in ODAC as well as we get some great matchups with some highly ranked teams out of season, which really will boost our confidence in the future, and boosted our confidence so much this year. I would say beating Emory in 5 sets, we were like, wow, we can do this. Let's work through this, and I think we did a great job, and yeah, really excited for the future.
And Allie, I know maybe this, we haven't talked, so I don't know, obviously senior, if this is your last year or not, but
yeah.
I don't want to talk about an ending. I want to talk about legacy. Mm-hmm. Personal legacy, obviously awards, things like that, but you've helped build the program back up and get to this point where you've never been before. Talk a little bit about your pride in that.
I'm just so grateful that I got to be a part of it. It's not my legacy, it's all of my teammates' legacy too. It's my fellow seniors' legacy. I couldn't do it without any of them. I couldn't do it without my setter group that pushes me every day to get better. I couldn't do it without our fantastic defenders that get the ball up to me and help me to run the fast offense. And I'm really, really excited to see the future of this team and this program, because I think we've started a really, really cool movement.
Absolutely. Coach, when I run these, the coach gets the final word, so that's for you here. Talk a little about, gush about your program here, not just kind of the direction of the program in general, but this unit here that's got you to the national quarterfinals.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I would say it maybe surprised me a little bit. but we made a philosophical change on offense last year due to some injuries.
Sure.
And that has worked out great. So we are definitely going to continue to build on that. But I love every team that I coach. You have great relationships with all the players. I've had so many wonderful interactions with alumni these last few weeks as we've been having this postseason success, and eventually that's going to be my relationship with these two and the rest of this team as well. So I will always remember this season and this team very fondly, as I do every team. I'm very grateful that they provided so many wonderful memories for all of us, and that I was able to share in that journey. I had a lot of success very early in my career, and kind of, I don't want to say take it for granted, but just kind of thought that would always be what we were, and for various reasons, that wasn't always the case. We're always competitive, but didn't have the success on the national level that we did early in my career, and we're starting to play at that level again, and I think that's really just due to the hard work of all these players, and I can't thank them enough, and I will do so more as a group and more on an individual basis when we have an opportunity to talk about it. But like I told them at the end of the match, I want us to celebrate what we accomplished this season and not focus on what just happened over the last 2 hours. And also I felt like, again, we played well. Like we sure, there were a couple of points here or there we could have done some things differently, but in general, like, we did not go out and get overwhelmed by the moment or the opponent. We put ourselves in a position to win. We competed very hard, and I'm really proud of them.
Well, Coach and Allie and Grace, we enjoyed watching you all season, including tonight, the national quarterfinals. Congratulations on a fine 2024 campaign.
Thank you.